Hello! Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jonas Rex and I am the captain of the 1912 Titanic swim team. Today, we're going to be working with Accelgor. Accelgor is 100 HP stage 1 that has the poisonous ploy attack that does 70 damage but also confuse and poisons our opponent's active Pokemon, meanwhile switching itself to one of our bench Pokemon. The ideal target for this? Pecharunt. So we can do more poison damage after we just poisoned, and we're also going to be coupling this with the Brute Bonnet as well as the Perilous Jungle so that we can maximize the amount of poison damage, but we can also utilize Brute Bonnet to poison ourselves and do more damage with the Binding Mochi. So with this little setup right here, hopefully we can tag in and out, get a little hit and run strategy going. You might consider using a wall, something that we might consider adding to this deck in the future, but for right now I kind of like the way this build is. It's very memey, very fun, so don't expect the most optimal build, but if you guys have ideas to get towards the most optimal build, you can go ahead and leave those down in the comment section below, because I love hearing from you guys, taking your advice, and then slowly becoming better and building these decks to the best that they can be. One other small package we have in here is we're playing 2 Mela. We're also going to be playing that Mela with 2 more fire energies, because in the case that our Accelgor goes down and we haven't set up a new Accelgor, we can go ahead and utilize 1 fire energy as that colorless fulfillment, and Mela does not have to accelerate to a fire Pokemon, so it's just a way to help us draw cards while also accelerating energy in ways that Crispin would only help us accelerate energy and not allow us to draw cards, right? So we're gonna rock with that and we're just gonna see how it goes. Okay, sick. What a great opener here. We're gonna discard a whole bunch of stuff with this Carmine, unfortunately. I hope that our top deck, and our mulligan draws, we're gonna have 2 of these things. What are we up against here? Is this Gardevoir? Okay, we're up against Guardy. I think this is a really good showcase right here. As long as our opponent plays well, we can show what we can do against Guardy, and we can KO a lot of things. I'm calling it. I see it. I know we can. We can KO a lot of things. We're going to lose one of our Melas, unfortunately. We can get a Brute Bonnet down, though, and I can get that Ancient Booster Energy Capsule on him. Go ahead and attach here. I don't think the poison damage is worth leaving in play because this Monkey Dory can do something with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and lose all these pieces. That's fine. I'm going to get this Pecharunt down. And if I need to get something back, which is really just the energy, we can get that with Night Stretcher next turn. Does this actually die? 2 more? Okay, we could actually kill the Budew first turn. It's kind of actually worth it. I do not have to worry about getting item locked. Yep, let's go ahead and just let that happen. Bang, take a prize. Turn 1. If only that was a donk, that would have been amazing. At the end of this turn, we're going to go up to 60 damage, life on the line. Getting out of here on what some would say a Night Stretcher, but we'll go ahead and cook on the next turn. We're gonna get into our Accelgor, and from there we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we don't die from poison damage, and ideally just keep the pressure on our opponent. Here they go. That's not a dark energy, so they're not in a position to move energies around. They're going to try and set up to Mind Bend us. Oh, Iono was fantastic. Iono's actually fantastic here. I was talking very confidently, but our hand was not that great. Okay, perfect. Nest Ball. What does Nest Ball even go get us? Nothing crazy helpful right here right now. We might end up just playing the poison game right here, because this is what 8 damage counters on the Monkey Dory. There's a game to be played here. And we could even Shell Smack, but if we Shell Smack, we die. So we'd have to like retreat first and work our way around that. Okay, adding energies to hand, but no active play being made. Rich IX7. Is that a Mercedes? An IX7, or is that a Lexus maybe? Not really a car person. Someone down in the comment section, let me know. Correct me if I'm horribly wrong. Oh, okay, so they get to the secret box. They're probably going to discard some of those energies that they grabbed. Smart move to add more energies, because then you have more discards. Yep, there go 2 energies plus the counter catcher. The counter catcher was actually live, but I'm assuming they want to leave our Shelmet here so it takes more poison damage. Oh my God. I would love if my opponent just finished selecting what they're selecting. Sometimes I feel like it's really not, right? I took 55 seconds. They're pushing now 2 minutes. Oh my goodness. Come on now. Come on now. There you go. Got the Ralts down. There we go. TM Evoing. Yeah. Oh no, getting rid of a Perilous Jungle. That literally only helps me right now. I mean, yes, I guess you can Artisan, but like that helps me so much right now. I don't think they realize how much they've assisted me. I will not be on the brink of death at the end of this turn. What are they Evoing here? Oh, that's a dumb question. Of course, it's just Kirlia. Nothing else here is capable of evolving. What does this new Kirlia do? Psychic, 20 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. All right, well, that's a thing. All right, straight into the Accelgor. Game plan activated. Never punished. I literally just play the game and do what it tells me. And right now, it's telling me to be great. We're gonna get Latias down. And I kind of want to hold this for Fez to see if they even have a way to deal with that, because this Monkey Dory dies right here for sure. So we can Fez next turn as long as they don't Iono us. If they Iono us, then we just go to a bigger hand anyway. Yeah, that's definitely fine. And we could poison ourselves here, fun fact, because I'm going to switch out of the active, so this poison actually won't affect... Oh, this thing doesn't die because I'm not grabbing the extra 2, right? It's not going to do 8, it's going to do 6, but it's going to do 70 here. Yeah, no, we're fine. We're fine. Bang. Bang. Everything goes according to plan. If Guardy is cooking at your local or in your local meta, maybe Accelgor is the way to go. Does this hit the active or just hit any Pokemon? 20 damage to one of your opponent. Okay, so that is a threat because when we run and hide to the bench, it can find us. Maybe they'll try and pick off our Latias if I'm lucky. That might be a thing. Now, the question is, do they have Guardian Hand? Because if they don't have Guardian Hand or a way to get to Guardy, like what are they going to do on this turn? Maybe attach Pass, maybe attach Slap. Okay, Research. That's fantastic. They were thinking maybe they Iono was probably the thought process there, but you choose not to Iono. You just have more options off the Research to do things. So here comes the Ultra Ball. Here comes the Guardy. Guardy's going to get things going. Screamtail's going to kill something. Maybe it kills my Accelgor. In which case, I'm glad that we have the Fire Energy in our discard pile, because that means Mela is live. Even though one of our Mela is already in the discard pile, I probably should have checked to see if the other Mela is also still in the deck or if it's prized, because we could be in a tough spot here. But hopefully they get greedy with the Screamtail and the Screamtail goes after the Latias or maybe the Brute Bonnet. Like those are both options. Psychic Embrace, here it comes. This also just make it a lot easier to kill though. Unfortunately, even the Shelmet does not have a 1 energy attack, so we are at the will of Mela as to whether or not we survive this. And what is it, 3? 2, so it does double the damage. This is 120 right now. 80 right now. Oh my god. So what are they gonna hit? Because if they actually don't take out the Pecharunt, we can just Brute Bonnet poison both and then this thing dies, right? Because this will do 6 damage counters. That's exactly 140. They put us right in range to go ahead and kill them back. Roaring Scream. This is a decision. What do they do with this decision? Okay, KOing the active. We can still play through that though, because I'm gonna just go get Fez. We're gonna draw 3 extra. One of those is gonna be a Night Stretcher. Like we're gonna be in a good spot, and I have all of my energy still in play. So my biggest setback might have been the Accelgor. Oh wow! And I didn't even have to Fez. We're just gonna go straight ahead and go grab our Night Stretcher here. Grab that back. Bang! I'm gonna Fez so I can draw me some cards. Just living life, really. All right, and we Arven here, because why not? Arven's gonna grab a Secret Box and a Binding Mochi. Why do I always want to call that Power Mochi? I have to discard all 3 of these actually to utilize a Secret Box, but Secret Box can give me a tool back. There's already the tool there that we need, so I'm okay with this. This actually just continues to fuel Mela, which is something I'm going to... Do I even need Mela on a following turn? It might be the boss that we're gonna grab here, or the Carmine to replenish my hand. Probably Carmine. Item that we're gonna go ahead and go grab over here. What do we, I've already done things. Maybe it's just a bug catching set. The Mochi we're getting back and the jungle. Bug catching set. Gets us an energy. Okay, so that's the attachment for turn to Accelgor. Binding Mochi. I don't need to do a ton of damage with this one yet, so maybe we just put this here. And we go Perilous Jungle. This one gonna get the job done here, so no problems at all. Boom, shakalaka. And we can go hide behind. Now comes the question, because this thing, if they decide to bring up the Guardy, can do 190. Is this a situation where I give them something that, like the Fez, I give them the Fez. If they don't kill it, I can go ahead and bring it back. But I don't lose my Pecharunt that I'm going to need to like maximize the amount of damage we have to put on a big 2-prizer if necessary. I feel like we're going to play the 1-prize game here, but this is also fine. What are they going to put out? Okay, so bring up the Monkey Dory. Again, having Latias EX in play is fine because we can just go ahead and retreat this if they don't KO it. If they do KO it, we're at a tie game. We're going to take out the Monkey Dory and just continue to slowly play this game. What I would like to see is their Gardevoir come into the active to try and chase down this Fezandipiti that they actually can't reach, unfortunately. But maybe they have some kind of play in mind that they want to go about to put a lot of damage on. And if they do that, then we can confuse it, get it in the active, but then they just retreat, but they lose 2 energy, but then they have to put more damage counters back on. So I mean, like, they kind of, what's the real play against Guardy, right? Guardy's a tough deck. If you're smart, you're probably going to find a way to go through with this. And then they go to Screamtail here. Screamtail could hit anything from anywhere anyway, so it's not even like us putting the Fezandipiti in the active was all that detrimental. And if the Screamtail chases down our Pecharunt again, then again, I just let it happen. We live life. We're going to go swing. Okay. I know 190 is our magic number. Lily's Clefairy being on the board makes me wish I grabbed Boss. We can hit Accelgor for 70 plus the 80 from the extra poison, and the extra 40 from Power Mochi would put us at exactly 190, and Lily's Clefairy would get dropped. So I'm hoping that we actually find a Boss on this turn or the next turn, so we can go after that Lily's Clefairy and oh wait, maybe they Iono us into Boss and we just go get their Clefairy before it even perfect. So things are going absolutely according to plan here, outside of the fact that we're missing 1 energy, because the Power Mochi is on our Accelgor that is 1 energy short, so we do need a way to an energy, and that Lily's Clefairy is going down. Maybe we don't find a way to an energy, which is fine, in which case we go ahead and just take out a single prize, but that Boss's orders is going to get us the win on the following turn. Okay, so bring up the Clefairy. They're going to put 40 damage on it for us, meaning we actually don't even need the Binding Mochi to go ahead and take the KO here. So we'll trade 2 for 2. We're going to go down to 1 prize. They're going to go down to 3. They're not winning the game on that turn. We have a Boss. We're pretty much going to just go ahead and win on the clapback. So this is very free right here, actually. They bring the Lily's Clefairy down, get themselves down to 3 prizes. We go ahead and just KO this even without the Power Mochi. And we still get this one ready anyways. And you know, why not this isn't a basic, I would lose an energy. Yeah, that's why. That's exactly why not. So what we're going to do here is just hit for 70 plus the 80 that would come up with the Pecharunt and the Perilous Jungle. It is now poisoned. Bring this up. Boom. Exactly 190, 2 prizes. Thank you very much. Boss in hand. Unless they Iono us here, we are feeling very comfortable. We have 2 Accelgors. They can only kill 1. We have the Brute Bonnet. We have the Pecharunt. They have to pick exactly how they're going to go about this. I can Nest Ball for... I don't really have a Nest Ball threat. Nothing that I'm threatening with the Nest Ball here. But they bring up the Screamtail. In order to attack with that Screamtail, they're going to have to put a lot of damage counters on it as well, which puts it just in range of getting killed by the Poisonous Ploy. 70 damage plus the singular Poison Tick, which is already 80. So what is the game plan here? All right, Counter Catcher incoming. What are they going to Counter Catcher? Because again, even if they go after the Brute Bonnet, we just go ahead and poison them with the Accelgor. Even if they go after the Latias EX, we just use poison off Brute Bonnet and let the Toxic Subjugation and Perilous Jungle do the job. Like, there's multiple ways for us to KO the Screamtail. The one thing we don't have a ton of ways to KO is the Gardevoir EX. Now, that could prove to be troublesome if they go to Gardevoir EX, but then we just boss his orders. So this is looking checkmate from 7 different ways from Sunday. You may as well max out. You may as well, like, you put it on there. Are you retreating it? I think they're realizing their best bet is to go to Gardevoir EX, but we do still have the boss's orders in hand. What does Night Stretcher get them? Okay, so they're going to move some damage here. Or Counter Catcher, what are you bringing up? Again? Okay, go ahead. You take out the Latias. I just promote boss. They don't know the boss is in hand, though. So, again, this is probably the smartest move from their perspective, but it's just not enough to get it done. And what do they put? 60 damage on themselves? What is that? It's not in range for us to go after, but it gets close. It gets close. We know 190 is our actual capability of one swing. Adrenaline Brain, take some of that off. That's fine. What you really want to do is take it off of the Screamtail, because we're not one-hit KOing the Gardevoir EX anyway. But I'm playing Accelgor. Who knows what Accelgor does? Nobody, right? Like, commit to the attack. Yeah, here comes the Miracle Force. Down goes our Latias. This is a 1 prize to 1 prize game. They gotta feel like they pushed it down to the wire until I just go ahead and promote Accelgor. I'm gonna go ahead and draw for turn. I'm gonna go ahead and boss up this Monkey Dory. We're gonna go ahead and hit it for 70. I don't even need to poison myself to get the extra damage. We're fine. Bring up the Pecharunt. 8 more damage counters on top of the end of turn poison, final prize for game. And that is exactly how Accelgor is supposed to be working here. We didn't force them to attack through any confusions. They were able to maneuver their way around that, and we did take a lot of one-hit KOs, but Lily's Clefairy is exactly within our KO range of 190 being the max. We did not have to use our Power Mochi, our Binding Mochi, to reach that damage, as they did do the damage to themselves by accelerating the energy. But just know that 190 is within your range. So Mew EX, Squawkabilly, Lily's Clefairy, all easy pickings for a one-hit KO. And then for bigger targets that you have to have 2-hit KO, you confuse them and poison them. So when they're confused, if they have to retreat, that oftentimes can disrupt their flow of attacks. Or if they're guardy, then they're just going to accelerate it back onto there. But, you know, there's some form of disruption going on there. If you guys have any tips, tricks, thoughts that you had on the deck, feel free to go ahead and leave those down in the description below. I read all of them. I do enjoy trying to get better at each deck that I craft. And again, these are all works in progress, so go ahead and help me get them to their ultimate perfection. And until next time, my name is Jonas Rex, your captain of the 1912 Titanic swim team, and I'm signing out.